What's going on, everyone? So, Sidney Prescott, main focus in the upcoming SCREAM 7. But when it comes to her, right, and, Ghostface and all the attacks that go on with Ghostface, one of the issues is buying in and creating the believability that Sidney Prescott is in jeopardy, right? Like that she could potentially die. Right? Because the problem is like, yes, you can create the tension, you can create the scares, but in the back of our minds, we all know they're not going to kill her, right? She's going to get out of this some way, somehow, whether it's, a way that makes sense or not, right? Like she's getting out of this, she's surviving. And the question is, can you build the tension? Can you build what you want to build in order to make it believable, right? Like, you have the Dewey situation, right? And this is why it's so frustrating that they kind of went back on that, right? Because the whole point, the whole reason you go and end up taking out Dewey is to set the tone and establish that no one is safe, right? This is a new era that Dewey, he's gone, which means Gale can die, and yes, everyone's beloved Sidney as well, right? That was the idea. That was the point. Even if we all know and think like they're not going to kill Sidney Prescott, you still now have in the back of your mind, will they? These are new writers, new directors, new studios, new everything, right? Would they actually kill Sidney Prescott? Like, we might not think so, but you now at least have that thought implanted in your head because you killed Dewey. And it's like, if they killed Dewey, yes, Dewey's not Sidney, but still, it's like, again, they don't have the attachment to the characters like a Kevin Williamson, like a Wes Craven, right? Like Guy and Spyglass and all of them, they just want the box office. They just want the money. They just want to be able to keep pumping out these films and these franchises. So can you build the tension to a point where it becomes believable? Right? Now, you think particularly with Gale, right? Gale's probably the best answer, right? Because Gale Weathers, we've had some excellent chase scenes. We've had some excellent sequences. But again, even in those, you have, and again, in the back of your mind of, she's not going to die. They're not going to kill Gale. Right? Because Dewey, Gale, and Sidney were essentially untouchable. And so then you end up getting a SCREAM 5, and you end up killing Dewey. And when we got into SCREAM 6 and Gale had that chase scene, and you see her getting stabbed, and you see her, Ghostface playing no games with her, right? Like, you immediately have the, oh no, we're about to watch Gale die, right? Like, that's how the immediate reaction, oh no, Gale, this is it. This is where Gale ends. And you think she gets away, and you're like, okay, good, okay, they're not going to get, and then boom, get her again, and then it's like, oh no, this is Dewey 2.0 all over again. You had that moment, that split moment, and then they went back on it. We didn't even see her live. They told us that off camera, right? Like, Mindy comes and tells us that Gale's okay. Once again, setting us back even further. So my concern is with the legacy characters, Sidney, Gale, I mean, even Kirby, if she's in this film, right? Like, will they be able to build that tension? No, and again, this is something that I want to extend out to you. So let me know down in the comments. But because again, there is the anxiety that builds up and just like a good scene, the good anticipation. And then there's genuine concern and fear for a character that you love, right? Like, you might have loved Wes, right? But he's dying. It's just kind of like when, you get that moment, the slow kind of build up to his death. They built tension. They built he's going to die. So you just kind of wait, and slams the fridge. It's like, oh, here it comes. Oh, no, not yet. Oh, the cabinet, here it comes. Oh, no, okay, still not doing that, okay. Right, like, and you just kind of kept building on that, and then boom, all of a sudden he ends up meeting his end, but you know he's going to die, right? Again, Gale Weathers, Scream 2 comes to mind. One of the best chase scenes as far as like building anticipation and anxiety and just that pressure, right? Is she gonna get caught? Is she not? But did you ever have like real, genuine concern she was gonna die? Right? Like, maybe that early because of Scream 2, so it's like you could see that. It's like they're probably, they end up taking out Randy. So yes, I could see maybe Scream 2, but as you progress in Scream 4, right? Personally, I wasn't worried about Gale dying. Right? Like we had so many other movies of them always making it out. Right? I wasn't really worried about her dying. And now we're going into the 7th film with Gale Weathers and Sidney Prescott. And it's like, are they going to be able to build that tension? Are they going to be able to build the anxiety and concern for our beloved characters enough to really get, or do they have to kill someone? Does Gale have to die? Does Sidney have to die? Or at least the belief that Sidney's dead, right? Like, you could do one of those things where you kind of leave it on a cliffhanger or something like that. Do they kill like her husband? But if they do, is that enough? Right? Like if they kill Mark, is that enough to convince, the audience and audience viewers and audience goers that like, hey, see, we're raising the stakes again? Can they even go back to that? You had the perfect bridge to that. Set it up beautifully. Dewey dying, it set the tone. Right? Now you go into Scream 6, you see that Gale scene, right? And it's like, oh no, this is it. She's about to meet her end. And then at the end of Scream 6, nobody does. The only meaningful death, or what was supposed to be a meaningful death, was Annika. Right? So it's like, again, you just dissolved all the tension. You just got rid of and killed all of that buildup. And you're kind of having the same thing now with Chad and Mindy. It's like, I think they're more exposable than, Sidney or Gale. But still, it's like you're starting to tread on that territory where now this is the 3rd film that apparently, even if Chad gets, just gone to town on by 2 Ghostface, it means nothing. And like all these things, like, are they going to be able to really get across the true terror and concern? Because again, there's a difference between, man, that was a really good build-up scene. That was a really good scary scene. That was a good anxiety scene. Oh man, I really like that character. And then there's a difference between the genuine concern. Like, if you believed Sidney, who we've had 7 films with, or 6, right? If you believe she could die, like really die in this film, you now have concerns to a level that you did before. Dewey, we all kind of knew Dewey was going to die. So you had a genuine concern that you never had before for that character. You always just kind of went into it blind. You always kind of went it, but you're like, are they really going to kill Dewey off? No way. They're not going to kill him. Oh, no way. And then Dewey survived. You're like, whoo, all right, good. Dewey's alive. And then that elevator door closes. And we all knew. And you had genuine concern, genuine angst, genuine anxiety of like, oh no, they're about to do it. Like, that is something that we haven't really had in Scream since the original, where you just knew Dewey's about to die. Whether you knew, from the rumors and everything that was going out, or, you went into it completely blind. You knew as soon as he said, I got to go back, and those elevator doors shut, you knew Dewey's about to die. You could feel it. You get that knot in your stomach, right? You just feel your heart sink. Like, is it possible to even get that? That's the question. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Past question you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you think? How do you feel with your thoughts? Do you think you can? Do you think you can't? Either way, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. House not, if you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.